Hey, what's up everybody? This is Jay Martinez, and in today's video I want to talk about how I was able to generate $30,000 cash collected in my first month as an appointment setter. And this is a pretty funny story because actually I got this opportunity after getting my first client for my consulting business. But yeah, super quickly I just want to go over my background so that you understand my situation. And basically, before this, I was able to have moderate success with other businesses in the past. I was into real estate, I was into drop shipping, I was making a little bit of money, but it was not really something big. So that's why in February, I decided to launch my first coaching program. And in 7 weeks, I was able to get my first client after booking some calls and after having some conversations. I was able to get my first client. It was a $2,000 client, and the funny story is that on the same day I actually got the offer to work as an appointment setter, like I said before. So I decided to take this opportunity. I wanted to work with other people, I wanted to connect with more people, and it was a really good decision. So in my first months, I generated almost $90,000 cash collected. This was around $150,000 to $200,000 in revenue. And the most interesting part about all of this is that I did this without having prior experience as an appointment setter. And when I started, actually, I thought that I was going to be trained, and I thought that I was going to get a super in-depth course about how to do appointment setting. But the reality is that they told me, okay, so here you have your script, and and then we're going to help you later. And I started working basically in the same day, well, the next day after I accepted the offer. But yeah, it's interesting to see that in a minute I will talk about this, but it's interesting to see that the reality is that you don't have to be the best appointment setter in the world in order to get these kinds of opportunities, and you don't have to be the best appointment setter in order to bring a ton of money to your company in this case. So you just need to understand the systems and the right things that you have to do in order to get clients, but that's pretty much the only thing that you need. So how I was able to generate $30,000 in my first month. So I was using the Facebook profile from the CEO of the company. I was getting a lot of inbound traffic, and at some point I was dealing with a lot of outbound traffic too. I was doing a lot of outreach, and that's how I was able to get these numbers in these 3 months. But overall, in my first month, I got more inbound traffic. And again, this is important because this is important to understand, because most people think that you need to be the perfect, like I said, the best appointment setter, when in reality there are systems and there are things that you have to fix in your business before you can actually get really, really good results. So I was working really hard in this position. I was working 10 to 12 hours per day, 6 days a week, and after that, all my spare time, all the time that I had to do other things in my life, I was using all of this time to learn more about appointment setting. It was really interesting to see that this was an essential part in any business, that every business needs an appointment setter, and maybe they will use different names like business development representative, appointment generator, or they have a ton of names, but this is an essential part of any business. This is like the bloodline of every business. And yeah, it was really interesting for me to see the different strategies that everyone was using. So I was having almost 150 to 200 conversations every day, and this is something that you need to do in order to improve really fast. Because before that, in my own business, I basically had like 10, 20, maybe 30 conversations a day. But once I started to work in this company, I started to work really fast. The pace was really fast. Everything was moving super. All the pieces were moving super quickly. I don't know how to explain that, but I was moving like super slow. Then I started working in this company, and I was moving super, super fast. I remember that I had a timer, and I was sending a message every 30 seconds, every minute, and yeah, that's what I used to do. So then, in this case, what I had what I had were a lot of Facebook group requests, and these are going to be really useful in order to book appointments fast. And that's why, again, really I am making an emphasis on the fact that you need to do certain things in order to book more appointments instead of improving as an appointment setter, if that makes sense. So you can get better results if you change some parts in your business instead of trying to become the best appointment setter in the world. So in this case, I was getting a lot of Facebook group requests, and then after that, I started doing a lot of outreach, cold outreach, and I saw some results too by doing outreach, but it was very different. So we were getting a lot of traffic, even though this traffic was unqualified most of the times. I was booking at some point like 5 or 6 calls per day, but like 4 of them were unqualified. So I was booking almost 30 calls per month, but a lot of them were unqualified and I ended up canceling those. But if technically I was booking like 100, well, like 100 plus appointments per month. But yeah, that's why you have to care a lot about the type of traffic that you are getting to. Now, we were in a niche that was almost that was really new. This was a niche with almost no competition, so that was really helpful. And something that helped me a lot was that I got regular feedback from an external team. So this team reviewed my conversations, and then I was improving my conversations, I was improving my scripts, I was improving my style, the style that I was using to book appointments because of these reviews. But at the same time, I was not getting enough feedback in order to really know what I needed to do. So I got good results, but I think that in order to go to the next level, it would be really I think that it was necessary to have more feedback, because at the end of the day, in any job, if you want to improve fast, you need a lot of feedback. If you are in sales, you need feedback. If you are an engineer, you need feedback, because you cannot expect to find out all the problems. You cannot expect to know the things that you don't know. Like that phrase, you don't know what you don't know. So this is the case. That's what you need feedback. Now, that's how I was able to generate this $30,000 a month. This is like an overview, like a bird's eye view of all the things that I did in this phase. But now something that you can use for your business are these points. So how you can get the same or better results. So first of all, you need to focus on strategies that will give you more traffic, high quality traffic, and you need to nurture your audience, the audience that you already have. You need to nurture this audience, because at the end of the day, it's not always necessary to get more and more and more traffic. Sometimes you need to nurture that audience in order to turn more of these prospects into paying clients. So when it comes to the first point, you need to focus on strategies that will give you more traffic, because that is how you are going to get more chances of booking more appointments. And that's pretty obvious, but most people don't really pay attention to that. They believe that in order to book 100 appointments per month, that they need to become a perfect appointment setter, when in reality sometimes they just need more people. They just need more numbers. They just need to increase their numbers. That's why a lot of these people that send spammy messages, that's why those messages work, because sometimes it's just a numbers game. And it's the same thing in any business. If you cold call, for example, 1,000 businesses, even though that may not be super effective, still you're going to get clients. It is just a matter of how many people you want to call. So you need to increase the traffic that you get. That can be via outreach, via cold outreach. That can be via a different source of traffic, like Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, email, TikTok. It can be anything, right? So you need to get more traffic, but at the same time you need to pay attention to the traffic that you already have. And in order to make the most out of the audience that you have, you need to create more content, because the only way how you can sell these prospects, your service without you having to work is by creating content, by creating videos, because these videos will be working for you while you sleep, right? So that's why if you create more content, people are going to be more familiar with you, and if they like that content, they are going to be ready to move forward with your service, with the service or product that you're offering. So that's why you need to create content, and this is really important, the 7-hour rule. So this means that customers will be almost, customers, well, prospects will be very, very likely to pay for your service, for your product, if they already had a 7-hour experience, a 7-hour interaction with your business. So this could be a post on Facebook, this could be a video, this could be anything. But this could be an email, this could be a message on Facebook, it can be anything, right? But they need to have an interaction with you before they trust you completely, and before they really know that they need your service, and before they really understand that they need what you have to offer. So you have to post a lot of content, and a lot of people don't post content. A lot of people only post these Facebook posts, and that's fine, but you have to be out there. You are competing with a ton of people, and one of the ways to be different is by creating more content, by providing more value. And that's pretty obvious and pretty cliche, but believe me, you need to create more content. That's why I am creating this video, because I know that some person in 3 months will find this helpful, and then he's gonna trust me, and then he's going to book a call, and then it's very likely that he's going to become a client. So you need to post more content. And then you have to provide with feedback to you have to give more feedback to your appointment setters, because this will allow you to really put certain standards to those appointment setters fast. So this will allow you to set. This will allow you to have this will allow you to put your appointment setters in a really fast pace, and this will allow you to grow fast, and this will allow you, basically you will grow fast, your appointment setters will improve fast, and everything is going to work out. So that's why you need to give them feedback. Like I said before, you always need to give feedback if you want to help someone to improve, and at the same time, if you want to improve, you need to get feedback. Now, something interesting is that you don't have to underestimate the power of a CRM, because when I started in this month, I was not using a CRM, but in the next month, I started using a CRM, and I started doing everything correctly, yes, so to speak. I started to do the follow-ups in the right way. I started to do a bunch of things like it was supposed to be. I followed a really structured process, and that's how I was able to double this amount of money. So almost double. So a CRM is really powerful. If you think that this is not for you right now because you don't have enough clients, believe me, if the faster that you have a CRM, the faster that you will get to the next level in your business, because it is essential. Someone with a CRM will build your business. Someone with a CRM will get your clients, because he's going to have a structured and organized system to get clients, right? A system that will allow them to get more clients, and a system that will allow them to follow up with those clients. So you need a CRM. And then something interesting is that you need to hire an appointment setter once you have some clients, once you have product market fit, once you're making $5,000, even $10,000 per month. That is the point when you need to hire an appointment setter. Some people believe that they need to wait more time, but you need to hire an appointment setter fast, so that you can focus on your zone of genius, so that you can focus on the things that move the needle in your business. Because appointment setting is like the foundation of your business, but at the same time, this is something that you can delegate pretty easily. And yes, maybe you have to hire someone and you have to train them, but it will be worth it, because you will have more time. They will do the job for you. So someone is going to do the job 40 hours per week, 40, 50, or even 60 hours per week. And at the same time, you will have more time to work on other parts of your business. And after that, again, you need to focus on your systems, and you need to understand your sales process, because ironically, appointment setting is not only about appointment setting. So this means that you can book a lot of appointments with the right systems and frameworks, even if you are not the best appointment setter in the world, or even if you don't have the best appointment setting skills. So That's why your systems and your sales process is more important than your appointment setter. But at the same time, of course, you need to improve your appointment setting skills, and you need to help your appointment setter to become better. But you need to focus on all of the aspects of your business. And yeah, something interesting too is that if you feel like you're limited by Facebook, by Instagram, because of course you cannot send a ton of messages every day, you have a limited amount of messages that you can send. In that case, it can be a good idea to hire a business development representative. This could be like some people call this like a growth specialist, and this is like an appointment setter, but technically they could be considered appointment setters. But in this case, they will have to post more content. They would have to use their own profile. They would have to do a little bit. They will have to put a little bit more effort in order to book appointments. But this is going to allow you to expand your reach. This is going to allow you to book even more appointments without you being limited by your own profile. So this is another option, and at the same time, this can be super cheap for you as a business owner, because you can pay them $500 a month as a base salary, and then 10% a 10% commission, a 5% commission. It depends on your business and your service, but you can pay them a base salary and then a commission. But even if you pay them $500, that's not a lot, especially if they bring, just imagine this case scenario, if they bring only one client and this client pays you $5,000, yes, you pay them $500 for their salary, but at the same time they brought $5,000. So that's why it is very powerful to get this kind of team, this appointment setting team. And yeah, those are the things that you need to consider. And yeah, if you have more questions, just send me a message. Yeah, just click the link that is right here or right here. And yeah, send me a message. And if you have more questions, again, I will be happy to answer those. And that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. I will be posting more videos about my journey, about the things that I saw as an appointment setter, and the things that I am seeing right now that I have in my agency. And yeah, if you have more questions, if you need something else, just hit me up, and I will see you later.